Hey, and welcome back from Computex. Today from Ocypus, a brand I never heard about, but it also shows that it's absolutely worth it to stop by some of the smaller booths. Because, for example, check out this AIO and the beautiful integration of this LCD, which has 640 by 480 pixel. And I think this is one of the best integration of an LCD I have seen so far. And that is not even the highlight AIO. They even have a more insane looking one. Meet the Endorfy Arcs series, designed to offer great performance and cooling capabilities. With ultra mesh panels, room for up to 8 fans and support for big radiators, the Arcs 700 and Arcs 500 keep even the hottest builds cool. The Arcs 700 fits latest top-of-the-line GPUs, massive coolers and long PSUs with ease. Need something smaller? The Arcs 500 brings the same airflow design first in a more compact size. Both offer clean cable management, USB-C connectivity and tool-free maintenance. ARGB or stealth, you choose which style suits your build and your style the best. This Sigma L36 Pro will be available in black and white, and they're also openly communicating that the pump and everything else is made by Appaltech. So they only design this and develop it, and everything else manufacturing-wise is done by Appaltech. But I think this is literally one of the best LCD integrations that I have seen on the entire Computex, because at least this time it doesn't just look like you lost a phone inside your system. This actually looks really good. Obviously, in the end, everything comes down to the software and the integration. Unfortunately, they have nothing about that here to show when it comes to the software, so I can't judge this. That might be something we want to look into later. Sigma L36 ARGB is their mid-range AIO, but it also comes again with an LCD integrated, as you can see right here. It has a more round-shaped pump head, and again an LCD that is detachable just over those 4 magnets that you can see underneath. This is the craziest AIO that I have seen on the entire show. Look at this. It's not only the biggest pump head I have ever seen, but this is also transforming. You can see it's like now it's closed. It's still massive. I mean, compared to the size of my hand, it's a huge pump head, and it's able to open and close. He's currently manually controlling it from the back. That will later on be implemented in software, but it's still a prototype that they're just showing. That is absolutely crazy. Also, there's a huge fan built in the back that has massive airflow. Like if I hold my hand right here, I can feel a good amount of airflow, which will definitely help for VRM cooling. Also, the integrated fan, it's a single frame design, nice integration of RGB into the frame of the fan. And the price is, I wouldn't say cheap, but it's absolutely acceptable. They said it should be in the range of about $250 US, considering what this is, and like this has to be mechanically like so much more complex than any other AIO that I have seen so far. I think this would absolutely be justified. It's definitely something, once this comes to the market, I will definitely test this and probably take it apart. If you want to display some information but an LCD is too much for you, then these AIOs with a small and subtle dot matrix display could be interesting. Also in terms of price, because they said this is already available for about $100 US. And then there's also still the entry version, which is the Delta L36 ARGB V2, and those should be available something around $80 US. And the good thing is also you wouldn't need any kind of software for it, so you can just natively plug it to any ARGB header and then control it, for example, over your motherboard. Ocypus also offers air coolers, and they have, for example, the same dot matrix display as in the AIO for this single tower cooler, also this dual tower one. Then they also have very basic ones without any kind of display built in, or even this fully enclosed, again with the dot matrix display on top. But I personally think, actually this one, dual tower, where it's not fully enclosed, might look even better. If you look at this cooler the first time, you might find this looking very similar to the Deepcool Assassin 4. And I also pointed this out to them. And then they said, well, that's not surprising because it was designed by the same person. So the same person who previously designed the cooler at Deepcool changed to Ocypus and then made this one. Now, what I find quite impressive is the price. This one is supposed to be available for $40 US, which is absolutely crazy value, I think. It comes with 6 heat pipes, when I see it correctly, with 6 millimeters, and according to them is rated at 260 watts. You maybe spotted this already in the background. They're also offering PSUs, so a huge range from 400 watts up to 1200 watts. But I have no information who is making this, and I'm also not a PSU expert, so I can't really tell you too much about it, just that there is a huge range to basically serve every type of customer from entrance up to premium. So it's probably best to maybe just Google and figure out if there's some properly done PSU tests for these available. While editing the video, I quickly thought I would check through the channels for availability of the products, what's already there. And at Geizhals for the European market, it seems to be still very limited availability and not great prices. So I could find the IOTA A62 for 66 euros, which was supposed to be cheaper, but the 360 AIO I could definitely spot for 100 euros, which seemed to be alright. On PC Part Picker, I could indeed find the Ocypus Delta A62 for $40 US, but also in the US it seems to be that most of the products are not available yet and they're probably still working on that. It would truly be great to find especially the big air cooler for the price that they mentioned. So much from Ocypus. I hope you enjoyed this video. It shows again that checking out smaller booths can be sometimes more interesting than checking out the bigger ones, and honestly seeing with what kind of products they're like starting into the market here, they might have a bright future ahead. And I'm looking forward to see those on the market, see what kind of price and availability those products will be. And yeah, let's see, maybe next year again. Thanks for tuning in, see you next time, bye bye.